Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Dustin James Show. I am your host, Dustin James. Welcome to everybody, including me. This is the first one, and I'll tell you what, I was not ready to do this show, but my hand sort of got forced. Your hand got forced, you say. Who could ever force you into making a YouTube video? Well, I've been planning on doing this for a little while. There's a lot. Well, let's call it lying by the mainstream media, and I'd like to turn as many people away from that as possible, and if I can do my own little part, well, here I am. Now they're lying. They made me do it, you said. Yeah, they made me do it. What? The MAGA hat kids. Oh, the MAGA hat kids. The media wrecked these children for about 24 hours. And if you haven't heard the story, I mean, it's out there. Are you living under a rock? I guess. Essentially, a Native American guy, Nathan Phillips, went to the media with this contrived tale saying, these kids harassed me. These kids, well, I'm not sure exactly. It was all BS to begin with, because what happened was these kids were essentially berated by a group called the Black Hebrew Israelites. And if you watch the video of them hurling insults and names and slurs and all sorts of other terrible speech at these children. The particular young man that everybody went off on, I think he was something like 16 or 17 years old and a junior in high school. This is a child, especially by today's standards. I mean, kids don't grow up like they used to. It used to be if you were 18, 19, you'd go off and fight in war. I mean, I guess some people do still, and I appreciate that, but the majority of them, it's not quite the same. Children growing up. And so the poise and the restraint that this young man showed while Nathan Phillips, the alleged victim in this case, was perpetrating a gross act against these young kids, framing them. I have no question in my mind this was a contrivance from the word go. There was never anything authentic about this, and I'll tell you why. The media uses these stories as laser pointers, right? We've heard that term before. You know, look over here, sleight of hand, magician stuff. I don't want your attention over here, so I'm going to point you this way as far as I can. Even if I look like a dumbass when it's all over, at least you didn't look over here. At least you didn't see this, okay? Dumbass, I can handle. Traitor to the country, it looks a little more serious in comparison. So what am I talking about? Traitors, laser pointers. What do I mean? Everybody's talking about this mega kid story. Still, when from Jeff Carlson at the Epoch Times, another true bombshell story, not like Trump telling Michael Cohen to lie to Congress, which turned out to be another lie by the media, the mainstream media, the people who you're supposed to trust, lying to you all the time. From Jeff Carlson at the Epoch Times, Michael Sussman of Perkins Coie. Remember, Perkins Coie, the law firm that hired Fusion GPS on behalf of Hillary Clinton to drum up the Russian dossier against Donald Trump from Christopher Steele, the same people who hired Christopher Steele via Fusion GPS for Hillary Clinton. Yeah, it's confusing. It's supposed to be confusing. That's why they did it this way, so you wouldn't understand. According to Jeff Carlson, Michael Sussman of Perkins Coie was the source to Chief Counsel of the FBI, James Baker, in regards to an incident that maybe you've heard about, maybe you haven't. Apparently, Trump Tower servers were communicating with Moscow. You remember that from a year ago or however long? I mean, this long time ago. Well, that was bullshit. So it doesn't matter how long it takes for it to come out. It turns out everything reported in the mainstream media is bullshit. So Trump Tower was never communicating with Moscow. Once again, it was Hillary Clinton's cronies out there trying to paint and smear Donald Trump with the broad red Russian brush right? Donald Trump working with those damn Ruskies. That was Hillary's only play. And it all comes back to it. And it comes back to the complicity of the Justice Department, the FBI in particular in this case, but they shouldn't be singled out. The entire Obama administration let this happen. This Spygate story is going to be the story. And I don't claim to be an expert on it. Dan Bongino sure knows what he's talking about if you listen to him, but it can be hard to follow him too. This thing is very, very convoluted. And as more stuff comes to light, which it is beginning to happen, this testimony was given back in October, I believe, to Congress. And we're just hearing about it now through apparently through leaked transcripts of this testimony. But mark my words, we're going to hear more about it. And this is the story we should be talking about. Not the MAGA kids. That was the distraction. I am Dustin James. I'm going to be coming to you more often. Well, not more often, but definitely more often. This is the first go of it. But expect to see me around. And if you would, like, follow, subscribe. I'm on Twitter at Dustin James Show. At Dustin James Show on Twitter. And if you want, feel free to email me. It's dustinjamesshow@gmail.com. I look forward to having many a conversation with you. Pay attention to Spygate. This Nathan Phillips story is bunko. We'll talk to you soon.